today. Let's see if it's actually working. I'm going to take a sip of the old tea. Bit hot there. The tea, that is. Not the connection to this stream, the internet. It's very slow, as it always is with me. Let's just check, make sure the audio is good. Okay, you can hear it bouncing around in the background. I've got a little ninja. A ninja indeed. A Lego Ninjago. Sounds good enough to me. We're doing it. We're getting in with this, boys. We managed it, eh? It's very dusty. Like, very, very dusty. Like, supreme amounts of dust are just happening here. I need to sort out the stuff first before we jump right into this. Before we get right into the news. Let's see. We want to go. Where do I want to go? I want to go here. First off, this bit here, this is where we're going to be building. We're going to be using the power of the building power. That's it. Those are words. They mean things, I'm sure. Verily. Oh, they do, I say. That's what I say. What is. Okay, let's have a look here. Look-see. What we're doing. Slurp. Live. Then we go here. We can have that. We go here. Back over there. Then I go right in here and I go wow. And then out here. Riveting stuff, I know. There's the bag for today. A singular bag. I know, I'm really spoiling you all. What a comeback, am I right? Single bag. It's taking me half an hour to set this up. I should have done it a bit earlier, I think. Better late than never, though. Maybe. Apparently. Allegedly. Yeah. Cool. It does. It was good. It was a good episode. Better than any before it, except for the last one, which I was in. I didn't sound very good in it because reasons, but you know. You know what? We're gonna do it the easy way. The easy way, indeed. This is the easy way. It is. That's right. Gotta look at things like in a glass half full kind of way, you know. It's not one bag less, it's one bag more than you would have gotten otherwise. Because everyone wants to see me build this, like I said. It's like one of the things that people love. You know, it's just one of the normal things. Yeah, a lot of people do, obviously. No, they don't. Ninja never quit, right? Yeah, I've actually bought this full price so that I could recreate the first teaser for the second season of Dragon Rising. Isn't that out now? Isn't like half that season out now? Can't believe it. I'm still gonna recreate it because it's like really short. But like, I didn't build it, you know, because I'm bad. I'm bad at everything. Bad at this, bad at that. Bad at all things, you know. Right. That's up a little bit. The small bits go over there, and the big bits can go behind the camera. We'll try a new strategy today, you know. What life's about, trying new things. Whoa! Gosh, I dropped it. Oopsie. Yeah, dang, I can't really blame myself. I realized today, the reason why I keep falling off every year, like every year around this time, I lose all energy, and I think I've only just realized now why it is. It's, I have an illness, right? And so I was blaming that the whole time, and it is mostly to blame. a fatigue illness. So that's what gets me every year. But I couldn't figure out why it was happening at this time of year. And I kept blaming the heat for it, right? Because I was like in the middle of winter, right? I would be fine. But I realized the other day when I was out and about, and I realized I was getting really sneezy. And because the illness I have, I deal with a lot of symptoms from it. So it's easy to like lose sight of what's normal and what's not. So usually every spring comes around and I feel worse, but it doesn't really like click. It hadn't really clicked in my head that I was feeling worse because the symptoms are kind of the same. So then the other day I was walking around with someone and they mentioned the hay fever. You know, that they had hay fever, and I realized it was like it all clicked. It was all my brain. Like every year in spring, I just nosedive in health, and I've never put that together before. Or if I have, I've forgotten about it immediately afterwards. So that's the problem. I'm not sure what to do about that, to be honest, because it really does mess me up. Just a combination of hay fever, I guess, and what I already have. It's a kind of a nasty little combo. But hopefully, you know, knowing is half the battle, as they say. So maybe I'll be able to figure something out. But I'm going to try and get back on the YouTube grind, hopefully. Am I going to buy any of the tournament stuff? There aren't that many sets, so yeah, I think I'm going to buy the big one. The big temple, right? Quote unquote temple. It doesn't really look much like a temple. I mean, it does. There is a temple on there, but it's not really a temple set. I think it's more of like a landscape set that just happens to have a temple on it. That's my view of it. Right. So, let's begin. Not a tremendous amount of room. Can I squeeze on in? Yeah, it's a consistent thing. You can go through all of my channel's history since like 2013. Although I wasn't really uploading consistently back then. Like 2014, 2015, wasn't really doing it. It's only when I started recovering a bit enough to actually do other things other than YouTube, so like 2016, 2017, beyond, that's when I started like getting really sporadic, because life is hard, apparently. Well, not really, you know what I mean. More variables were introduced, and so the symptoms were different. But yeah, if I was consistent, I've noticed that myself. If I was consistent back in 2017, if I was consistent back in 2018, throughout the last 5 years, which I've been the opposite of consistent in, I'd probably be the, one of the names talked about, you know. Or the poly bag. Is that an exclusive figure in there? Or does it come in another set? The core one. Hang on. There isn't a Discord call. That computer isn't functional. It'll never be functional again. Is Tournament Call in another set? I'm not really sure. I don't know all the latest news. Right, this is slow. Like, can I sneak in a bit of extra room here, a bit of arm space, you know what they say? I don't know what they say, but I'm saying it. That's what they say, you know. Hang on. Put that there. Pull this around here. How's that going? It's not great, but it's a little. Like here, maybe. How's that? Yeah? That feels alright to me. It's a bit more room for me to work with. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to get the team vehicle or the polybag, or the Zane car bike. I also probably won't get the mech, not because I hate it or anything. I like mechs usually. I will be honest though, I think the one from 2019 was better. The Lloyd mech from 2019. I think that's better. I still think that's the best mech that Ninjago has ever put out. With a second being maybe the core mech now. But I think the does the core mech have knee articulation? If it has knee articulation, it wins second place for me. But if it doesn't, then it may have third and be behind the Legacy Zane mech, which did have knee articulation. I think that one's really cool. Let's see, where are we doing? What are we doing? Where's it? There we go. We want one there. Yeah, this is a bit more breathable. It was really crammed in before. It's not a brilliant place to be building Lego on. Has it got knee articulation? Like, can the knees bend? The system they use for the Zane one should be applicable and scalable. I'm probably going to skip that one. Mainly because I still need to get the Dragonstone Shrine, or whatever it's called. And I want to get the markets and the tournament city and also the medieval village. And if I had it in me, I'd also get the Dungeons and Dragons set, but I probably won't go that far. A couple weeks ago, I ended up getting a bunch more of the last season series of Lego minifigures, and I was going to make a video that week, and I got all the footage recorded, I recorded all the audio, and I started editing it all, and then I just kind of like fell off again. So I've had and I wanted to put subtitles on, so I've got it open in the editor with subtitles I need to go and correct. I think I'll leave it. I won't try too hard on it anymore. I'll just go make sure it's all actually saying what I want it to say, because it was auto subtitled. But then I'll upload it. But I'll spoil what actually I got in it, because I got 3 of the same figure. Where's the where are the blue bits? What? Am I blind? Oh, there. I got 3 of the same figure. And the figure I got is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool figure. I didn't have it before, so I'm pretty excited. Jib knows what it is. Am I blind? Oh, I am. Yes, hello. Sight. Cryus. That's me. Cryus. I'm crying boohoo. Oh, the humanity. Hang on. Yeah, that's fine. Hello there. Oh, it has knee, elbow, leg, hands as well. You don't know what it is. But I was gonna steal your thunder, you know? Kick you out the limelight. Take your project as my own. With my 3 Basils. Apparently. Is that the name you've given them? All 3 of them, you know? The Goat Lord, the Chicken Lord, and the Bat Lord. Those are the 3, you know? The Toad Lord, not many toads. That's the funny joke for the video. I just spoiled that as well. I wish it was. I'll have to get that on eBay. I'm liking the look of that new Sonic set, the one with the landscape in. Like for 30 quid. It doesn't look bad, honestly. He is, yeah, I was watching earlier. Gosh. What a fight. I don't know who would win. I think Lego Mario would be the victor of that confrontation. Hot take, I know. Italian Plumber Man versus Dracula. Yeah. You're right. They are. They're probably... I didn't check the other day. I think there might be some... Why didn't I check? That was stupid of me. Unsurprisingly. Oh, the... Wait, do you mean the minifigures or do you mean the Sonic sets? I need to get the Shadow one as well. I think the minifigures look really cool. Fish stinks, huh? That's an interesting statement. I'm glad you've walked in here to say that. That's vital knowledge that we did not possess prior. I like the minifigures though. And I want to get a Sonic just for the future. I say that, but the two sets I'm going to buy don't have Sonic in it at all. So I guess I'll get the other 3 characters that like everyone knows. I mean, I played a Sonic game like once in my life. I don't think I had 06, but I did have the furry one. The werewolf one. I had that one. I hated it though. I didn't like that game at all. Because you couldn't... What was it? What was it? The game, the mechanics in that game, they weren't like normal Sonic games. I mean, because that was in that time when they were having like an identity crisis upon identity crises. Yeah, that one. That's the one. Yeah. That's the one I want because it looks cool and it like got a good amount of pieces in it for the price. But like that's the only Sonic game I ever remember playing. I may have played another one, but like on the DS I might have played another one. And I did have like the 2007 Mario and Olympics. That one. Although I hated playing Sonic characters in that one. You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize I actually just never liked Sonic at all. Yeah. Sonic Unleashed, that was it. I think it was just the gameplay, like it was restrictive. Although that era of Wii games was like weird because some of the games were like amazing and they really captured my interest. And then other games weren't like that and so I hated them. I remember the first time I ever played Pokemon Battle Revolution. I was like, I hate this because like I didn't know how to put my Pokemon games on there, like my save files. So when I first bought it, it was like I was using the rental stuff, which is a problem with that game. To be fair, like, a big issue with that Pokemon Battle Revolution was that it didn't have much like actual content that you can play on your own. You had to have other games, which is kind of crap. To be fair, but. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember the actual transformation itself and it being really weird or something. And weren't there humans in that game or was that in 06? My memory of it is just like it feels really naff as I remember it. To the point that I think I'd have preferred to play that weird game with the that was really descriptive. Well done, me. There's a Wii game, I think it was a Wii game or it was a PlayStation 2 game, like Nightmare or something like that. Like, I don't know. It had like the weird jester character, and you could fly in it. Like that's the level. That's the level to which I considered the Sonic game at the time. Like I prefer to play the weird Nightmare game as opposed to that Sonic one. On the PlayStation 2, I think it was PlayStation 2. Ninja Legos. The best ninja thing I've ever seen was a Wii game, or it was on a bunch of consoles. Mini Ninjas. Does anyone remember Mini Ninjas? That was amazing, dude. Mini Ninjas might be the best ninja-related video game I've ever played. So that's not really saying much, because I haven't really played many of those. I mean, what's its competition? Lego Ninjago, the movie video game? I think that is the only other sorry, not just Lego, any other ninja-related video game I've ever played. Oh, I played like Naruto, like something on the Xbox once, I think. Like Naruto something, like Ninja Strikers or something like that. And I did go through a phase of buying really awful fighting game ones, like One Punch Man and Naruto, when they were like really cheap. When I bought The Witcher 3, I was like on a roll for some. I wanted to buy a bunch of really cheap games, and they were there, so I bought them. I played it for like 2 minutes and then deleted it. I never played that. Never played that. I was beyond the DS by that point, you see. I devolved. And by that I mean I lost interest. Yeah, I had that game for like... I still have it, I guess, technically. But I played it for like 2 minutes and deleted it. So I don't know if I have it still. It cost like 2 quid though, so... Did I spend like 10 quid on it? I can't remember. Regardless, it wasn't very good. I had more fun with the Xbox One that I was playing, just randomly. Which is saying something. The only characters I don't think Naruto's like as bad as people say it is. Like, I think that it's better than Ninjago, but that's not really saying much. But like, there are like certain things about Naruto that I really like, genuinely, and there are some characters in Naruto that I think are really cool. And Naruto definitely has it is, but like the thing is, like, a lot of people who like Naruto accept that it's kind of bad, but they don't really know, like, they don't really give it the right credit, is what I'm saying. When people say they like Naruto, like, there are like two types. There are types that like think they like the cool fights and whatever, and then there are types that like care for a bit more depth in their media, and those ones will like scratch at the surface. But honestly, I like Naruto as a concept, and I respect Kishimoto's, you know, his moxie. Like, I think he did a really good job with actually writing a weekly Shonen Jump manga. I think that was impressive. He's no Oda, but no one's Oda other than Oda. Oda's Goda. He's God. Like, no one is like Oda. It's unfair to, you know, compare them. But I think he did an alright job with his manga. Like, I can't say it's bad. Like, it's not, I've seen bad series, bad TV shows, bad movies, bad media in general. Naruto is not that. The anime might be a little bit more of that. But the manga of Naruto is not bad. It's not bad, it's not great, but it's not bad. The writing's, it's the actual dialogue, I guess. The actual themes and the content of what's happening in Naruto is kind of spot on. I like a lot of it. There's a lot of good stuff when you dig past the weird dialogue. And the focus of Naruto is skewed. Like, the world that they're building is different to the story that's being told. And I think that's what, like, turns some people off. Nah, lore. You can't have too much lore. That's not how it works. The problem is, it's the anime. That's the issue. Like, that's the problem with Naruto. A lot of people that have issues with Naruto because of the anime. I've not even read the manga, okay? I haven't read the manga. I don't know. I know that there are some differences, of course. But most of the reasons that I hated Naruto when I first watched it. And I despised Naruto, and I watched it, like, it killed my interest in ever watching any more series after that, pretty much. Like, Naruto was the last one I watched. I also like My Hero Academia. Season 1. But, like, that was it. And then the only thing I ever did was watch, like, One Piece. For, like, 2 more years. But, like, the Naruto lore is fine. Like the retcons that happened are pretty solid. Yeah, it's the filler. It's just the consistent deluge of just slop. It's because the anime itself is trash. It's not a good anime adaptation of the manga. There are some highlights, there are some bits that happened in the manga, sorry, in the anime that didn't happen in the manga, as you'll find out whenever you look up a clip on YouTube. You'll scroll down and you'll find like 3 people saying, "Oh, it's not canon." And some of those scenes are better. I was watching one earlier actually. My favorite character in Naruto is Kabuto, the Orochimaru's henchman. I used to like Orochimaru more, but like I recently realized that I think Kabuto might be better, just all around a better character. Orochimaru just doesn't have, he's got the presence as a villain, and I really like him. But like when it comes to character, if I had to pick between two, Orochimaru and Kabuto, who had more development, who had more just stuff, I think Kabuto wins. And like he was done dirty. Kabuto was done dirty. And this is insane to me because back when I first watched Naruto, I hated Kabuto. I hated the plot twist with him being one of the bad guys in the final arc, right? I hated that. I thought it wasn't deserved. It should have been Orochimaru. And like I look back on it recently and I was like, it's actually not that bad. He's not that bad of a character. He's really quite good of one actually. And he does deserve to be there. It's just handled awfully. The pacing is trash. And it kills everything. It just murders it. It's insane actually when you look at it, just how bad of an anime adaptation Naruto is. It's really awful. Some people hate like the writing decisions at the end of the series, and like ones that led into Boruto, and I can understand that. I can hate hating Kaguya. I personally don't, and I think personally, if Kaguya was removed, I'd hate the story more. Because at the very least, Kaguya sets up a reason for the power scaling to get that ridiculously high. If it hadn't happened like that, if we just take out Kaguya for a second and we go back to like Madara just sort of, I don't know, cheating his way to the top through some kind of weird, obscure plan that just he had no reason to know about. I think people get blinded on that. Like they see Kaguya as like this interloper that ruined their precious Madara, and like that's not fair. Like that's just straight up not fair. It's not. Kaguya's kind of necessary and adds way more than I think people are willing to give credit. Was it handled correctly as well? Like, was the character of Kaguya handled as well as it could have been? No. But like, that's pretty much everything in Naruto. It's like a good idea that's handled poorly. It's like Ninjago in that way. That's why I think that they took cues from it, basically. Wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, that rant's been building for a while, so I just let it out, The pure gamer rage at Naruto Shippuden, the anime series that everyone has seen and loves and watches. But I'm not going to recommend to anyone because it's not really worth watching. So basically I'm just chatting gibberish to no one. It's just me, myself and I. Talking utter lunacy. Utter lunacy, I say. Utter lunacy. But yeah, speaking of My Hero Academia, it's better than that. Even I think Ninjago is better than My Hero Academia. And that's a hot take. That take is scorching, dude. If anyone was actually in here right now, I'd be lambasted. People watching this back on YouTube, terrifying. They're gonna be shook, bewildered. I saw that, a bit of that, I think. It's just Boruto's like the Boruto anime has the exact same problem as the Naruto anime in that it's just got way too much filler. Like they haven't learned the lesson at all. They just keep doing the exact same thing. I actually didn't even realize. And this is the point. This is the. I tried to watch Boruto the other year or so, like a couple years ago, and I started watching it like every week, and I didn't even realize that what I was watching was filler. I had no idea. It was that time travel arc where they went back. Boruto went back in time or whatever, right? With the Otsutsuki with the fishing rod, who's based off that Japanese folktale. And it's like, okay, I couldn't tell that it was not canon, like to the manga or whatever. That's the level to which I was unsurprised by the stupidity going on. The thing is, I didn't even realize this. Shippuden actually ended on like a chapter, like a time skip forward to Boruto. So unfortunately, there was never a timeline in which we lost Boruto. Like Boruto just mostly sucks. I think there were some good ideas in it. Apparently, I've not seen it, but I have heard that like, there were some decent ideas sprinkled about. But like that's really a low bar to cross, I think. I watched the first, I think, 2 seasons of My Hero Academia back in like 2018. That was the last time I ever really watched any anime. I stopped watching One Piece the year after that as well. Not because I hate One Piece or anything, just because I stopped watching stuff like that. It's interesting though. There was a lot of like, I think Ninjago's taken a lot from those kind of shows, which to be fair, they're popular, they do well. If you're gonna take inspiration from anywhere, there are worse places to take it from. You could, for example, be looking at EastEnders for your inspiration, which no shade, of course, to AO123 Productions and its EastEnders inspired Ninjago series. That's not at all what's happening there. It's canon, by the way, guys. That's how he decides. You can ask him yourself. 100% won't disagree. For real, for real. Am I wrong though? Like it's been so many years. It just keeps going on and on and on. It gets better and then it gets better, I guess. Yeah, that's what I said. Because I watched this back and I can't say anything mean. No, his series is fine. It's better than EastEnders. Yeah, I've watched like 2 episodes in my life. I think both of them, both times, were forced by AL123 wanting me to watch the episode in question. I'm gonna save everyone like the horror of me not, actually ever finishing the set. So I will like tomorrow. If I don't get, we'll see. I'll try and stream again, I guess. Like that's an easy thing to do. I'll hopefully be more awake. But if I don't stream, I will just build another bag, I think. That way we can move on with our lives, not get stuck on this for 10,000 years. That would be awkward, We're here in like 2025. Still building this Lego set. Not a good look. It's an interesting little building mechanic. I don't know if you can see anything. I just realized I've not been looking at the actual screen. But yeah, it's kind of obvious. A little bit. Take another slurp. But yeah, Kabuto. You know what? I'm not done. I'm not done. It's been boiling in my brain. There are actually a lot of, you know, similarities with Naruto and Ninjago. And I think... Okay, I want to say that Kabuto and Orochimaru are like the most... They're not the most obvious, but like there's something, there's a little bit. Like a part of me just can't help but think that... You know, they decide to go ahead and make a ninja series with Lego ninjas. And they decide to go, oh, what are the first real villains going to be? How about snakes? And before that, they had zombies, basically, the skeletons. And what does Orochimaru do in the first fight thing, big fight of Naruto? Oh, he summons zombies. Gosh. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but there's nothing, but... It's a conspiracy, I tell you. A conspiracy. Naruto was the inspiration for Ninjago, which is terrifying. I don't like that. I don't like that idea. It's not a nice idea. It gives me the heebie-jeebies, you know. It does emotional damage. Deep down. Critical hit. How will I ever recover? People keep dipping, dude. They're dipping. I should get on with this then. I just made the kind of stupid mistake of building the actual part. Like I put the parts down on the black desk, which wasn't very smart of me. So I can't actually see what I'm picking up, like the black Lego bits. Not like literal zombies. Like he summons undead. You know, the reanimations in the first like the fight between. They do, and I think Ninjago did it really well. Like for a kids show, I think that the skeletons, the Skullkin, were cool. I think the Skullkin are cool, especially with like the Greek style. I think the mishmash of cultures, taking different bits and bobs and making something new on its own, is cool. I like, and you know, Lego does that for a wave, a season. I mean, a series, a theme. Got it right eventually. I think Ninjago, early Ninjago is a good example of that. I was kind of joking with the snakes, you know, because it's more Arabic style. But I mean, come on, it was around the same time when Tommy was brainstorming Ninjago, like 2007. Kishimoto was writing out Naruto in like 2002. Oh, it was around. I refuse to believe that he didn't see it. Like, no one at Lego saw Naruto and thought, this is kind of cool. What if we did something like this? Like, it must have been somewhere down the line, you know what I mean? Like, I can't see it not have even, like, maybe subconsciously? I don't know, like snakes? Like that early on? Don't know, just saying. Little sus to me. Of course, I got no proof, so just the raving of a madman. Yeah, I mean that's not. It's not the snakes' fault that they did that. They had their cool little city, you know, out in the desert. That was neat, and then. Stock asset introduction of the Ninjago City. Woo! No one likes that. That was just awful. It's insane because they started out in Jamanakai Village. Like, okay, was that in the first season? It wasn't. That was a location specifically for season 1 of Ninjago, not in the pilots. Jamanakai Village was not in the pilots, right? So. They decided to start off with the same sort of aesthetic, and then they just immediately toss it out for Ninjago City. It's like, okay. Okay, fine. Whatever, man. Bad decisions, but like... I think it's more... Again, I don't want to hate it, like, 100% because I do like the redesign. I think the redesign in Ninjago City is pretty cool. I like the aesthetic. But back then, I didn't like it at all. Like, there was no redeeming factors. It's separate, right? The redesign for the movie is separate. The movie entirely is separate. So I like the movie's Ninjago City from a completely different universe, where the story is entirely different. But in the main timeline series, right? Yeah, no. Not there. No Ninjago City, thank you. Or at least no Ninjago City without like an explanation. Like if a villain like caused it to happen or something. It shouldn't have just been there though. Like yeah. Agree 100%. Yeah, definitely. I like the sewer episode, but that was for separate reasons. It could have taken place anywhere. Or was it a sewer, like in the train yard or whatever? It's just stock asset Ninjago City. It's just ugly. And out of place. Neat. That. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Agreed. I mean, they had the city of Ouroboros and they just don't use it. It also didn't look like much of a city. Like it was budget restraints, probably. But they shouldn't have tried to make it like a city. They should have just tried to make it like, the Temple of the Devourer or something. And they should have let the 17 have like a different place. It's pretty mishandled, to be fair. Just in general, mishandled. It's just never fun when you're invested in something to see it flop that difficult, that hard, that difficult, wow. Wrong word choice. But like in total, it's one of Ninjago's least egregious mistakes, which is just not a good sign for the series as a whole. It's actually really depressing. Yeah, dead on. Agreed. It was stupid. Again, I don't mind it in the movie, because that's an entirely different story, an entirely different setting with entirely different goals. I like the movie. I like the city in the movie. I don't like the city in Ninjago prior to the movie, and the only reason I mildly like it in Sons of Garmadon is because it looks the same as the movie from the movie's one, which I did like for separate reasons. So they did get me a little bit there. Curse them. How dare they do this? You know, curses foiled again. My objectivity has been thwarted once more. Huh. Oh, that's a joke. Yeah. I like the movie. I think the movie's cool. It's fun. It's nifty. It didn't deserve to bomb, is what I'm saying. I don't think it was as good as, like, the original one. And I've heard that the Batman movie was just better. But I don't think it was, like, bad or anything. The main issue... I am kind of overheating right now. The main issue with the movie is that it's the same plot 3 times. Basically. That's the big Ninjago movie issue. That's the wrong way around. It was like the 3rd thing in the row, and it just... No one had time to breathe. If it came out like a year later, or a year before, and they pushed the Batman one back a little bit. Let me neck. I messed up. Literally. That's just literally what it is. It's not subtle at all. I still gotta watch Detective Pikachu. I just remembered. You just reminded me that I have the Ninjago City, the Ninjago movie on DVD. I also have Detective Pikachu, and I've never seen that. I got it on DVD years ago. I watched Endgame once. No, Infinity War. I have Infinity War and Thor Ragnarok. Those are my 4 non-coursework related movies that I own physically. No. Do you? Is that therapeutic for you? Ow. Is that it? Getting close. Woo! That was a noise. I remember a plot summary from back in like 2015 or something. Was it earlier than that? I heard it was 2013 or something, where they said that the plot was going to be like different factions of ninja fighting against different factions of ninja in like a feudal setting or whatever, like with sensei of different dojos. Oh yeah, then there was that as well. That might have just been random news people were eating up or something. Good for them. Uh-oh, I've missed a thing. Okay, I missed it there apparently. When did I do that? Oh, I'm a dummy. I'm a big old dummy. A big stupid head. That's me. What an insult. Okay, what am I missing? First up, what is going on here? There's one missing somewhere. Is it there? It's there. That's what's missing. There we go. Okay, cool. But yeah, as I was saying, Kabuto had the potential to be the best Naruto character. Like, straight up. I think he had the raw chops ready, waiting to take the position as one of the most interesting characters in the series. And then Kishimoto got bored rating him, so he lost in one go. GG Izunori. Pretty sad. Okay, that is it then. This is the last bit going in here. Wonderful, look at that, we've done it. And I say that as though anything has been accomplished. We did one bag! Woohoo! 3 bags left. I will do them soon. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know if we'll be on bag number 6. We may be on bag number 7 or bag number 8 even. Depending on how well I do speedrunning them. Because we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to go hit the hay now. Fall into a deep slumber. To never awaken. Here is an image, and by an image I mean the literal visage of our Lord and Saviour, the Bat Lord.